Hi everyone, welcome back to part 3 of my Sephora sale recommendations. We're going to talk all about fragrance, hair care, body care, etc. Everything that I didn't cover in makeup and skincare. If you haven't checked out those recommendations videos already, I'll link those below. And I'll also have all of the sale info on screen just so we don't have to talk through all of that again. I'm sure you already know. I just have to say, I just blow dried my hair. And I wanted it to be really voluminous because we're talking about hair today, and now it's just like so voluminous, it's giving a little bit like 80s hair. So bear with me. We'll get to that in the hair section. We're gonna start with fragrance today because I've been testing so many new perfumes. I haven't done a fragrance roundup in a while, and I know I owe you guys that, but we're gonna cover a lot of ground today. And I just wanna say I stand by all of my past recommendations, all of my past favorite perfumes, but there have been so many new fragrance launches in the last year. Fragrance is obviously just like blown up as a category, so that's where we're gonna start today. I'm gonna do body mists, actual perfumes, eau de parfums, eau de toilettes, and then like home fragrance, that sort of thing. So let's start with body mists because this is a category that has gotten huge. I was talking to a perfumer at an event earlier this year, and they were like, yeah, body mists are huge because Gen Alpha is shopping fragrance and people don't want to buy their preteens like $100 eau de parfum. Even though I'm not Gen Alpha, I still really enjoy this category. Fleur has released many body mists this year, and two of my favorites have been Coconut Skin and Vanilla Skin. If you're a gourmand lover, you will really love these. And by the way, these are the mini sizes. They're quite generous and they're very, very affordable. I think they make a great gift. So let me tell you about Vanilla Skin first. This one is a true gourmand and it is very sugary sweet. It's vanilla, it's creamy, it's lactonic. It does have like some notes of sandalwood and it will wear down over time like that. It doesn't stay sugary sweet the whole time, but it's definitely for the, dessert loving gals. And I do find myself reaching for it a lot, especially to like layer with other products. I like to wear it before bed. And body mists, of course, are great if you want to smell good, but you maybe don't want to commit to a fragrance all day long. Coconut Skin, on the other hand, has more woods in it. The top notes are palm leaf, caramel, gelato, and coconut, but then there's like amber, sandalwood, heart notes. And it does have that like creaminess that comes from coconut, but there's also white florals in here that make it a little bit lighter. It's not like a dense coconut. It's like a more lightweight, airy kind of coconut. And then my other favorite body mist is one that I've mentioned before. It's the Rare Beauty Find Comfort Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. I just love how clean this smells, how fresh it smells. I find that I can wear it really liberally and I can wear it at any time of day to any occasion or night. And it's so clean, it's so fresh. It has top notes of like a zesty lemon, and then it has woodier base notes, so it sort of wears into more of a skin scent over time. But I love this so much. I would love if they made an actual perfume of this fragrance because it's the fragrance that's in all of their body care, like their hand cream, their body lotion, all of which I love, but I just like it in its most like pure form as a fragrance. So those are my body mist picks. I think all of Fleur, I mean, they have so many body mists if you want to explore in that category. I think they've done a really good job of building like fun, playful scents as well as really wearable scents. So I'm going to move into perfumes, and I obviously have to talk about the two most recent additions, to my perfume life, which is the new Glossier You perfumes. I do have a dedicated review on each of these, but I'll talk about them quickly without going too much into every single note in all of them. The one I've reached for the most is Glossier You Dew. And the reason why I love this is that it has this creamy Palo Santo note in it. It's definitely a woods perfume. It's definitely more unisex, I would say. Like, it's not sweet. It's very woodsy. There's like a slight smokiness to it, but it wears into this gorgeous, like creamy musk, like creamy woodsy musk throughout the day. It's so stunning. It's exactly the kind of perfume that I like as a signature day-to-day perfume. I don't like anything too sweet, too bright, too floral, or anything like that. So if you share a similar taste to me, I think you'll like this. I also do love Glossier You Rev. To me, this is more of something I reach for when I'm in this particular mood. And I love the note of plum in here. It really smells like deep berries. Like, it has this deep juiciness. There is a fruity quality to it, but it's not sweet. So it is a gourmand, and there are are creamy notes within this, and it's sort of like a almond note. There's a slight like baked good note, but it's not truly sweet or sugary, and it wears into like more of a woodsy scent over time as well. And so these woodsy heart notes really come from the original Glossier You, which is a little bit sharper, a little bit more floral. I would say a little bit brighter. Obviously that pink peppery note that's in the original Glossier You is really sharp in the opening. I kind of like these because they're both a little bit rounder, and this one is a little bit warmer, I find, than the original Glossier You. So that's my review of these. One perfume that I haven't been able to try yet, but is on my wish list. I think it is coming to me in PR, so hopefully I can get a review up for that soon. It is the Merit Retrospect perfume. I'm definitely curious about that. I'm curious about all of these like clean girl makeup brands coming out with fragrance, because I think, you know, even though it's a new category, it does really align with like the Merit aesthetic and their, I don't know, the feel of the brand overall. So keep an eye out for that. Moving into Fleur perfumes. Fleur came out with a vanilla skin perfume this year. I can't find it. I know it's somewhere in my closet, but I do use it really frequently, and I actually like the vanilla skin perfume better than the body mist, although I do use both of them. The vanilla skin perfume has more depth to it. It's a little bit more grounded in those woods heart notes. It's still, you know, sugary. It's still sweet. I don't know. The sweetness is so strong in the body fragrance or the body mist, and I feel like in the perfume it's a little bit more grounded, a little bit more balanced. So I do want to mention that, and of course it's a perfume, so it's longer lasting. But the one that I've used from Fleur the most this year, in addition to Father Figure, which I mentioned last year, is Soft Spot. If you like clean skin perfumes, skin scents, I think you'll really love this. I have worn it a ton. Again, like a very versatile fragrance that I can wear day or night to lots of different occasions. The top note of this is Vanilla Orchid. The vanilla is not strong. It's more of like a supportive note that rounds out the floral. I don't even like florals, but it's so balanced by sandalwood and musk. But it's like a clean, bright, fresh sort of musk. It's a little bit citrusy. There's a brightness, but there's also like an aquatic brightness. There's like a watery quality to it, but then it wears into more of like a warm musk throughout the day. It's not the longest lasting perfume. I don't think Fleur makes the longest lasting perfumes, but for day-to-day wear, I don't always look for that. I actually find that I really enjoy the wear time of this because it wears into the skin, and eventually you just kind of smell like yourself, but better. I feel like that's what I look for in this category of skin perfumes. So that is my pick for a skin scent. Another one that just came out that I really want to try is Dead Cool Aura. I love my Dead Cool perfumes. I love Milk, Extra Milk, Taunt. That's a new one that I am curious to try and I might pick up myself. And then let's get into the gourmands. The newest gourmand in my life is the Maison Margiela Replica Afternoon Delight. I just picked up a mini because I wasn't sure if I would want to commit to it, but I do want the large size. This is an eau de toilette, so it's not gonna be quite as long lasting as a perfume, but I think that works well with this fragrance. This is inspired by the scent of macarons in a Parisian cafe. It has that baked good quality to it. I think there's an almond note in here as well, and there's a creaminess, but there's also a musky heart note that prevents it from becoming too saccharine or cloying. It's not like that at all. And you know, I can be really sensitive to scents that are too sweet, but I feel like in the opening, because it has that bakery note, it's not so desserty. Like it's sweet, but it's not overpowering. If you do like a desserty vanilla, 5 Cents is a newer brand to me. Their founder is a co-founder of Wander Beauty. I've tried a couple of their perfumes and this is my favorite one. It's called In Too Deep. And the main notes are Tahitian vanilla and Australian sandalwood. And this is definitely on the sweeter side, a little bit more sugary. It does have like a nice warmth to it. But if you like true vanilla fragrances, I do think you'll like this. Another one I have to mention, this is a mini, but it is a limited edition like holiday scent. It's the Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit Cologne. And this comes in a couple of different sets with some of their full sizes, like their wood sage and sea salt, which I love. A couple of their other gift sets, I will link those below. I really love this. I actually am wearing it today, and it has the spice of a ginger biscuit. So when I put it on, it did really evoke those memories of like a ginger biscuit or a ginger cookie and like the snap that it has. And it is sweet, it's desserty, but because it has those spices and warmth that comes through, it's not like vanilla sweet. It has this spicy holiday sweetness to it. And I really do like it. So I wanted to mention that. Again, I'll link what the sets that it's in below. YSL came out with this earlier this year, and this is YSL Black Opium Over Red. And this is a cherry perfume. So if you're a cherry lover, I think you'll like this. Black Opium, the original one, I like for a designer perfume, I like this much more. It is sweeter and it has that syrupy quality of cherry. And there's also notes of dark chocolate in here. I do feel like the dark chocolate sort of balances out the sweetness of the cherry, so it's not so syrupy and so cloying, but the cherry note does come through, and it does have this slight spiciness of the original Black Opium, but I think I like this more. Not all cherry fragrances are created equal to me, but I do really like this one. And then I'm finishing with two brighter scents. These aren't exactly fall winter fragrances, but they're newer discoveries that I am really enjoying. So the first one is Commodity Juice. I have their expressive version. I just have a mini because I wanted to test it out. And this really does have the bright punchiness of citrus. It's sharp when it opens. And it was really great over summer. I feel like it just like is so refreshing, and it like cuts through heat. If you're in the southern hemisphere right now and it is summer for you, I definitely recommend trying this, or if you're going into summer. It does have quite a bit of floral in it. There's some white floral, which I don't always love, but I like it in complement to the citrusy fruity notes. So want to mention that. And then the last one is from the Seven Virtues. This is their latest fragrance launch, I think. It's Candied Lychee, and it smells so good. If you like lychee notes, which I absolutely love, they're very nostalgic for me, these notes. It has that fruitiness, that sweetness. It is on the sugarier side, but it's also balanced by florals. But obviously when you're looking for a lychee fragrance, you're looking for that fruity quality, and this does deliver on that. It's girly, it's playful, it's flirty, and I wanted to mention it here because it is a new release, and I think for some people this could be like a signature scent if you like something fruity and fresh. So that's it for body mists and perfumes. I know that's a lot. I do always recommend trying out, a mini of a perfume like I've done before you commit to the full size, just because I hate committing to a full size before I'm really sure about it. So a lot of these do have smaller options available. So let's get into home fragrance. We're gonna talk about candles. I don't have all of them in front of me. Some are in my house somewhere and I can't find them, or some of them are currently in use. The most obvious up top that I like to mention are my favorite holiday candles from Nest. Nest Holiday, which has notes of like true pine, but also cranberry and orange. It just smells like Christmas to me. It's like the most pure distilled form of Christmas, and the candle has serious throw. I've emptied so many of them in my life. I gift them all the time, and Nest has really great gift sets. The other one from Nest that I love, if you love a true evergreen scent, is Birchwood Pine. Birchwood Pine is like pure, sharp green pine, unadulterated, so fresh, so clean, so sharp. It fills your whole house. And I always had real Christmas trees growing up, and we still do that, but it just takes that scent and like really crystallizes it. So I have to mention that. And then my other favorite holiday candle, which is Margiela by the Fireplace. I love the perfume of this. I've mentioned it before, but it really works as a candle because of that smoky note. It captures the smokiness of a fireplace, but it also has quite a bit of spice, and it also has that creaminess, like that sweet creaminess of baked goods. So those are three like true holiday winter candles for me. And then I have a couple that I want to mention that are actually on my wish list. The first one is the Villespa Spiced Pumpkin Latte. I love Villespa candles, and I think for like comparatively size-wise in terms of like cost cost per ounce. They're on the more economical side. I smelled the spiced pumpkin in store the other day, and I am thinking about picking that up. The other two candles I'm thinking of picking up are the Net Crown Affair candle. If you have not smelled Crown Affair products, which I'll talk about in my hair care category, it has this beautiful, fresh, aquatic, green sort of smell. It's like a spa, but it has this like really lovely aquatic quality to it. It would make a great like bathroom or powder room scent. So I'm curious about that. It's limited edition. And then the other Net candle that I want to try is their tomato candle. Obviously, tomato candles have been like all the rage this year. There's the Loewe one, there's the Flamingo Estate one. Now Net has come out with one, and I simply feel that I must smell it. I just have to know what it smells like. So that is what's on my candle wish list. And the last home fragrance thing I want to mention is the Dead Cool detergent. I know a lot of people might look at this and be like, detergent, like that's what you're buying in the Sephora sale. But hear me out. This is special detergent that I like to use on my linens. I like to use on my towels. I like to use them if I have house guests coming over. If you like the Dead Cool scents, I feel like all of them lend themselves so beautifully to home fragrance. It's not something I use on everything. It's just something that I like to spice up my laundry life. You know, laundry is such a blah chore for me. It's one of my least favorite chores, but I do find when I have a nice detergent, something that smells really good, it just sort of like lightens the load for me, if you will. Those are all of my fragrances. Let's get into hair care. All right, so let's start with wash products, and then we'll talk about styling and then tools. So my favorite wash products of the year have actually been from Necessaire, and it's their Rosemary Wash Duo. So it's a shampoo and a conditioner. I've always liked Necessaire's shampoo and conditioner. They're really gentle on the hair. The shampoo does a great job of sudsing up, and it gives you a thorough cleanse without stripping the hair. And the conditioner is also really lovely, creamy, moisturizing, but they were always fragrance-free. So I'm really glad they came out with this duo. The rosemary scent is like 60% of the reason why I love this. It's so sharp, it's green, it's herbaceous, it's really fresh, and it's like an expensive fresh. It smells like a spa. So I've actually emptied these two twice. This is my third duo of the year. I just keep emptying them and then reopening the same wash products, even though I should be testing others, because I love them that much. And then a couple of things I don't have in front of me, but I love. New at Sephora is Davines, which is a huge hair care range. They have so many products for literally every hair type and every like micro hair type. To help break it down for you, I really love their Momo line, which is for hydration. So if you have dry hair. I also love their Oi line, which is specifically for softness and shine. And then they have a new line, NOU, specifically for damaged hair, for repairing damaged hair. But they also have a curl line. They have a product really for every hair type. And I feel like they're so underrated. A lot of people don't talk about them. They've been around for a long time, but I'm really excited that they're at Sephora now. It's the first time they're going to be included because they literally just came into Sephora. And then, of course, Fenty Hair came out this year, and I really love their hair mask. It's super rich, it's creamy, it's yummy, it's on the thicker side, and it's really going to nourish. If you have dry ends, if you have curly hair, it's going to give you tons of moisture, and it just really locks that moisture in. It's really lovely. So I wanted to mention that. And then a new product to me, I think it came out this year, is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day High Shine Gloss. So a gloss is different than a shampoo. It's different than a conditioner. You use this after you condition your hair, and it's kind of like a shine treatment. It doesn't last like long term, but it will last a couple of washes, and it just adds a lot of shine and sort of slipperiness to your hair. You apply it, you leave it on for 5 minutes. So I like to do this after I shampoo, condition, gloss, and then I'll wash my body, I'll shave, whatever, and that's usually just enough time. I like that it's not like a long-term contact product. I can incorporate it into my routines pretty quickly, and it does lead to really shiny, like beautiful, lustrous hair. So I wanted to mention that. So those are my wash products that I'm mentioning. And then let's talk about leave-in / styling products. Obviously, I have straight hair. This year, I went from really long hair, like waist long, and then I chopped off like 8 inches or something, but I've had every length length of hair, like in my life. So some of these are better for short, some of these are better for long. I'll tell you about that. My favorite leave-in product at the moment is Crown Affair's leave-in conditioner. I've used a ton of it and I still have so much left, by the way. I use 2 pumps on short hair after I've combed through it, and then I just like rub it between my palms and work it through my hair. It's a lovely serum consistency. It's not super like emollient, it's not oily, it's not greasy. It just adds really lightweight hydration and I feel like a bit of shine. So I really love this and I love the smell. Like I mentioned, it's slightly floral, it's spa-like, it's aquatic. I want it in a perfume. Actually, I think they have a perfume. I'm gonna have to look into that. So love that. If you're looking for a leave-in spray, I love the Ceremonia Guava spray. I don't have it at the moment, but it's one of my favorite products. I think it's one of the best smelling hair products at Sephora. It truly smells like real guava. It's so delicious and it's really detangling. And then for adding a bit of shine, adding some oil to the ends, I love the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Oil. It's lightweight, it doesn't weigh my hair down, but it doesn't look greasy in the ends. It's like a dry oil and it adds some shine as well. Sean also likes this. And I do love the K18 Bond treatment. I just sometimes forget to use it, but I have reviewed that in the past and I do really love it. And then for styling, I have a couple of different categories of product. This is a new one to me this year that I really love. It's the Crown Affair Finishing Spray. It's like a shine spray, a very, very subtle hairspray. Finishing is a great word for it because it doesn't have the hold of a hairspray, but it also adds like a little bit of shine and just like a little bit of something. It does make the hair just like look complete and it sets it without giving like strong crunchy hold, and it also smells like Crown Affair. If you're someone that doesn't like really strong hold but you want to hold a curl in place or something, this is a great option. I have a new favorite dry shampoo that I've been liking this year. It's the K18 Air Wash. This is a dry shampoo that will make your hair look like you just washed it. I don't know how it works, but it really does make the hair look clean. It will feel clean for a day. However, you will need to wash it out the next day. If you're someone that uses dry shampoo more than one day in a row, I would go for the Living Proof one, their newer one in their silver container. But I feel like this actually makes the hair look cleaner. You can fake it better, but you do need to wash it out the next day. If you are someone that's looking for shiny, lustrous, gorgeous hair, the Amika Top Gloss Shine Spray is great. It does have a bit of like slip. It adds a bit of slip to the hair. So you want to work with it in really fine layers. I kind of like to hold it up and then spray as I'm releasing the hair. So the hair is moving while I spray it, just so it's not one continuous spray on one section of the hair. And I do try to like move my arm around as I'm applying so I get a really even application. I didn't use it today, but it is a nice like finishing spray, especially if you're gonna be at a special event or if you're gonna be photographed or something. I used it more when I had long hair, but I do want to mention that. And then this is a newer product to me. This is the Day Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Wand. It's a hair mascara. It's a clear hair gel mascara. So it comes with this gigantic bristle brush. It's great for if you have flyaways, if you are wearing a slicked back bun, or if you have your hair set in a certain place and you want to tame down baby hairs. This is a great way to do that. That's not like your intense hair gel or like those gel sticks. I do like those for a really slicked back look, but if I just want to tame some baby hairs down in place, even when I'm wearing my hair down, this is a nice option for that. And you can do a really like light application and not be heavy-handed because of the brush. I mean, you certainly could take hair gel and use like a spoolie, but it's nice to have a dedicated product like this. And I've actually been carrying it in my handbag. So it's nice and handy for those like hair touch-up moments and flyaways. And then I just grabbed this out from the cabinet under my sink in my bathroom. These are my most used hair tools. So a couple of these are better for long hair, a couple are better for short hair, and some are good for both. What I use today for like serious volume is my T3 airbrush. This is the round one. It's just a straight up round brush and it has those dual bristles. It has 5 heat settings, a cold blast, 3 different fan powers. And the reason why I like this for short hair is that the circumference of the brush is actually not too thick. I would say it's like 1.5 inches maybe. bouncy. So I'm able to get it really close to the root of the hair and create lots of volume in the crown. And I'm able to work through my hair in small sections. And that's how I get that really bouncy, voluminous blowout look. It's calmed down a little bit now, but when I first did it, like right before I sat down to film, it was huge. Also great if you have like face framing pieces. Mine are kind of grown out right now, but if you have like face framing pieces like that or bangs, what I do is I am able to work the pieces through really easily, either away from the face or towards the face to create that blowout look. So that is the T3 brush. And then for touch-ups or if I want extra volume, I use the Amika thermal brush. I know the brand Maine also just came out with a thermal brush in 2 sizes actually. I haven't tried it, but I am curious to try it. This I've had in my life for like 4 or 5 years, before these were even really like TikTok viral. This is a brush where the ceramic panel actually heats up. So this panel actually gets hot and I'm able to create a blowout look on dry hair. If I haven't had time to blow it out, or if it's lost volume, if it's lost curl, I'm able to create that really voluminous blowout look. And I've used this on long hair and short hair, and it's like an essential tool in my collection. In terms of curling, I have my T3. This is the extra long curling iron. This is the one with a clamp, although they have wands as well. And they now have the extra long version with different size barrels. I have one that is a 1 inch, which is what I have now for short hair, 1.25 and I think 1.5. I like having the different options because my hair grows out really quickly, or sometimes you want a tighter curl, sometimes you want a looser curl. They previously only had this in their regular length, but now they have it in their extra long size, and I really love that. So if I do curl my hair lately, I go for the 1 inch, although when my hair was long, it was always 1.25. And then for long hair, this is the blow dry brush that I would use when my hair was longer and I just had more to work with. Although I could use it now. This has more of like a paddle shape, or it's more of an oval. I think you can see right here. And this was great for creating volume and that same blowout look on longer hair. And I liked it because it could hold more of my hair like in place, although it's still very grippy on the hair, which is nice. I'm very curious about the new like Shark hair products. I don't have a Dyson, but if you want to get a Dyson, 20% off is a great time to do it if you're in that category. So those are the tools I want to mention, and I use all 4 of these all the time, if not like every day. Ooh, I just remembered one more product. This is my Aquas hair towel. I love it because it's extra long. When my hair was super long, it still fit in this. Unlike the original turban, which had a button, this actually just has like a little strap. So you can put this at the front of your head, twist your hair up, and then slide it through the strap. It's a little bit more flexible and forgiving than the original version with the button, and it holds a lot of hair. It was great for when I had really long, thick hair, and I use it every single wash. I have a couple that I rotate through. I just love my Aquas towels. I even travel with them because I can't be without them. They speed up air dry time. They're really gentle on the hair, so I have to mention those. And then the final categories are like bath and body products, hand care, all of that stuff. This was a great year for necessary scents. They came out with 2 new body wash fragrances. I don't know how you say this, Olibanum. This is my favorite one. It smells amazing, and it has this like vanilla woods quality to it. It's not a super gourmand, like sweet vanilla, but it just has this right balance of like freshness with vanilla with like a skin musky quality, but it's very fresh and clean. I love it so much. And then they also came out with Santal, and Santal is beautiful as well. It actually has an interestingly like aquatic quality to it. It's not like a heavy, dense Santal, and I'm just so excited that they have extended their fragranced offerings, especially like in the body category. Love it. Love the rosemary. I think they've just like nailed their releases this year. Youth to the People also came out with their body care line. I think it was early this year, maybe last year. And I really love their body cleanser. I've actually emptied one of these. This is a brand new one I have waiting for me. This smells so green and fresh and clean. It's like a bougie spa scent. It has notes of cedarwood, black pepper, and fresh greens. But the pepper is not intense. It just adds like a sharpness that accentuates the green herbaceous notes in this. So lovely. I actually would love this in a perfume. And this has a slightly unisex fragrance, this and Santal. Maybe I should look up how to say that. Olibanum. Okay, well, you learn something every day. I would say Olibanum is like the softest, creamiest. I wouldn't say it's feminine, but it's on that side. Whereas Santal and the Youth to the People one are a little bit on the more unisex side of things. And then if you like a physical exfoliation, I love the Soft Services buffing bar. I have one open in my shower all the time. I've talked about it before. It's a soap bar, which I am like generally opposed to in principle, but this one is so exfoliating. It leaves me with like baby soft skin. I love using it on my knees, my arms, anywhere you might be ashy. It's amazing for really polishing the skin. It's also not too gritty. Like it definitely has exfoliation, but it's not so like harsh. So I do really love that. And I like it better than a physical scrub in liquid form because I'm able to control the exfoliation just a little bit better with a bar of soap. So that's the only acceptable bar soap in my shower personally. And then let's get into like body creams and moisturizers. The Olibanum body lotion. Necessaire also came out with jumbo sizes this year. I know I sound like a Necessaire hype girl. I just love the scents that they released this year. And I do really like the brand. I don't know about you, but I'm more inclined to use a body lotion when it's in a giant tub with a pump on my dresser or on my bathroom counter. Olibanum is a beautiful body lotion scent because it does have that freshness, that creaminess, that woodsiness, and it actually is a great like layering body lotion with any of the gourmand fragrances I mentioned. It just enhances that like woodsy vanilla quality. But I love all of their other scents as well, including their fragrance-free version. For a slightly richer option, I love the Josie Maran body butters, and they recently redid the whole body butter line. And I just have to shout out how smart their refill system is. So you can buy the jar or you can buy it by the refill, which has such minimal packaging. Like there is a plastic cap, but the pouch itself is very thin plastic. And a lot of refills come in like big plastic, like hard plastic bottles. So I really appreciate their transition. And this pouch also makes it really easy to squeeze out every last drop of the lotion. I love their original argan oil body butter. They also have a vanilla vibes scent that they came out with this year that smells really yummy. They have a picture of a soft serve ice cream cone, and it does have that sweet ice creamy, like waffly cone quality to it. So it's really delicious, but I love all of their scent offerings, including their non-scented version. And then for body treatments, I have a couple of different ones, one that I love and one that Sean loves actually. So I love the Soft Services Smoothing Solution. It's a 10% AHA, and I really love this along my back for any potential back knee or along the bikini line, armpits, anywhere you get razor bumps, or it really helps prevent ingrown hairs in my opinion. So consider this an acid exfoliant for the body, although it comes in a gel formula that is itself actually pretty hydrating. And then I actually gave this to Sean this year and he really loved it. This is the In Beauty Project Body Bright and Smooth, and this has 7% AHA as well as BHA, and it also has vitamin C and tranexamic acid. He really loved using this on his arms, or loves using this on his arms where he gets KP, and this is the first product I've given for him to use where A, he uses it consistently, and also B, he immediately noticed a difference even after one use. He literally asked me like, oh, what's in that? Because I really could tell like it smoothed my arms out. Also great if you have body pigmentation to help brighten those spots. Just make sure when you're using this or any body exfoliant or just any time to use body SPF, of course. And then a deodorant that I've been loving is the Salt and Stone deodorant. I love the scent Santal. It has a true Santal, like Santal 33 sort of scent, and it has that woodsy quality to it. It does have quite a strong scent, so just be aware. I also love the other Salt and Stone products. I don't have any here to show you, but I love their body washes. I think their scents are very elevated, and they're, you know, at the mid-range price point, high-end price point, but their products themselves are very big in quantity. So I think they're really good value in terms of price per ounce, especially when it comes to like their body washes and and stuff. And then finally finishing off with hand creams, I have a couple of different options. I love the Necessaire hand creams. I find that their original one is really great for during the day use because it absorbs so quickly. It doesn't leave a film behind. It's not too greasy, and I'm able to use it and go like type at my keyboard or put my hands on the steering wheel while I'm driving without feeling like I'm leaving a greasy residue behind. So this is the one that like is in my purse for day-to-day use. They also have a retinol version, which is great if you are thinking about well aging for your hands. I always think about my mom when I use this because she always talks about taking care of your hands. This is a 0.25% retinol, so it's not strong. And also your hands are not quite as thin as the skin on your face, so it can handle more. Just be sure that if you are using this, you're wearing SPF, and it also has 5% AHA, so it helps exfoliate like as a chemical exfoliant for your knuckles, your cuticles, you know, places you might not be thinking about so much, but you do see a difference when you use this. And then my scented option is the Rare Beauty hand cream. I just broke mine, which is really sad, but this is what it looks like. It has this cute little pebble shape. This snaps down all the way. I just happen to drop it. I love the Rare Beauty scent, as I mentioned, and this does have that scent. It also makes the fragrance mist longer lasting if you layer the two. So I like this as my sort of scented option. And then the hand cream that lives on my nightstand is the L'Occitane Shea Butter hand cream. I've used this since I was a kid. My mom always had this around. She always has one in her purse. They're little mini like ornament gift sets I always give to her. But this is the OG. It really locks in deep moisture. I like to use it at night because it is a little bit richer, but if you have dry hands that just never seem to heal, never seem to get enough moisture, I think you'll like this. I know this has gone viral on TikTok for like when you squeeze it up. It's a stiff texture. Like that. It is rich, like you can tell, but it is truly nourishing. And I also love the Shea scent. It's powdery. It's kind of like old school. I mean, it's a classic L'Occitane scent, but I find it really nostalgic, really comforting, and really clean. It's not like a sickening powder scent. It just feels clean and fresh. Also, how satisfying is this like gigantic tube? I feel like I can apply it really liberally. A few other like classic L'Occitane products that I love, their lavender bubble bath and also their almond shower oil. If you like a cleansing oil rather than like a body wash, I have used and loved that for years. Also comes in huge refill pouches, which I appreciate. Okay, that is everything for me with this video and my main Sephora like recommendations videos. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do a separate gift sets video or maybe I'll write about it and just like give you my top 10 on Substack or something. Let me know if you have a preference in terms of what you want to see because I am very picky when it comes to gift sets and I think you have to pick wisely just in terms of value. So I'll keep you guys posted wherever that goes up. But if you have any questions, let me know. I know this was a lot of content, a lot of videos. I hope you're making good financial decisions for you and decisions that you feel good about. And if there's anything I can do to help you, if you're looking for a specific kind of product or if there are any unanswered questions, of course, leave a comment below and I will meet you there. And if you did find this helpful, any of my videos, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around because this is what we do here on my channel. And I would love to have you as part of the community. So that is it for now. This has been a marathon of filming, but I have had a lot of fun and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.